Hello, my wonderful 10th graders, and welcome to your summary under 10-minute session with me. Today, we'll be going over the poem, The Trees. And so, as always, we will first read the poem and then get into the explanation. The trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days, when no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. The leaves strain towards the glass, small twigs stiff with exertion, long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof like newly discharged patients, half dazed, moving to the clinic doors. I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines, in a sky still open. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Listen, the glass is breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. So The Trees is a poem written by Adrian Rich. So let's get to know a little bit about the poet to understand the poem a little better. Adrian Rich was an American poet, essayist, and feminist writer. If we give the poem just one reading, it will seem like the poet is talking about trees, the environment, how there are not enough trees in the forest, so that could be about deforestation, afforestation, etc. However, because we know that Adrian Rich was a feminist writer, Rich was concerned about the lives of women and their empowerment. And hence the poem is an extended metaphor. The trees are indeed people, specifically women, who are now coming together to uplift themselves. So, according to the poet, the trees inside are moving out into the forest, which was empty for a long, long time. Neither a bird could sit, nor an insect could hide itself. Moreover, the sun also could not cool itself in the shadow, as there are no trees. The first line gives a glimpse of what the poet will discuss in the poem. The trees here are women. The reason the poet calls women as trees is that women have been confined in their homes. So just like a tree cannot roam around, women are not allowed to roam around. They're not allowed to be free. They seem to be like trees at one position, right? So forest here symbolizes the outside world. The poet is of the view that the outside world is not only for men but should also be for women. In this stanza, the poet describes the long and continuous struggle of the women for liberation or freedom. According to her, all the night the roots kept working to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. Roots constitute the base of trees. Here they probably symbolize the voice of women. So the women are struggling to free themselves from cracks of the veranda floor, which is confinement in real life. Next, the poet throws more light on the movement. According to her, leaves are pushing the glass and small twigs have hardened with continuous exertion. The glass is also a symbol. It represents the patriarchy, which is not visible, yet it's enough to confine women, and it's really hard to break past it. In this stanza, the poet brings in herself for the first time. According to her, she is also sitting inside, which also could mean that she is confined, and the door of a room opens to the veranda, where the women are confined. It is night time, The sky is clear and a bright moon is visible. She can smell the leaves and lichen which seem to be calling out. The poet calls these women coming together as a forest and not trees because they are not individuals but they all come together and they're a very large movement. The poet says that her head is full of whispers, which she believes would be silent by the next morning. Whispers here symbolize the negative forces which always confine the women and snatched away their rights and freedom. But now that the movement is going to be successful, these whispers will also go away. Suddenly, the imaginary boundaries start breaking with the movement, and the poet asks the audience and readers to listen to this breaking. The trees, women, are now stumbling, which is moving with struggle, forward into the night. After the night, it is a new morning, which could be a new world formed by the freedom of women. There will be new rules and the old ones are going to be obsolete or out of date. The last lines of the poem compare the existence of women with the existence of trees in nature. Alright, so that is the interpretation of the poem. If you look at it from the perspective of the poet herself, obviously there can be many more interpretations. You could have had your own. If you had any interesting interpretations, do leave them in the comments. But because we understand the background of the poet, we can sort of analyze the poem in that light. That brings us to the end of the explanation. Hope that cleared things out for you. Before I say goodbye, do you wish to be a more confident English speaker? Yes, you do. Are you afraid to speak in front of your class? A little bit. Are you afraid of having conversations with strangers who speak English really well? I know some of you are. So if you're facing these issues, the BYJU'S spoken English classes are perfect for you. They will make you super confident in no time. We have really qualified Cambridge certified teachers. We have a curriculum that was drafted by experts to help you become better. So do not miss out on the limited period offer where you get this course for a discounted price. Link is in the description. Enroll right away. What are you waiting for? As always, we've got you covered. All you need to do is like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on anything. I will see you next time. Have a